Good morning, everybody, here on the last day of the boat in Düsseldorf 2024. At the moment, I'd like to talk to you about our downwind foiling boards. We have 4 sizes for this year. There's the 7.0, the 7.6, we have the 8.4, and we have the 8.8. It's a good range that covers all weight classes and conditions. And these downwind boards are also quite good for paddling up in flat on the smaller sizes, especially my favorite board for flat water paddle ups at the moment is the 7.0. The 8.4 has 129 liters. The 7.0 has about 110, and the 7.6, 112 liters. So we've got all your weight classes essentially covered. What sets the Indiana downwind boards apart, we were one of the first brands to sort of go with the concave rail tails. I tend to call it the T-tail now because you have quite a nice concave towards the back. Essentially gives you 2 boards in one. Your lower hull is a lot thinner, especially in the back, which allows you to carve without getting hung up. But you still have enough of deck width and volume on the top deck that when you're just displacing or just taking a break and paddling slowly, that the board gets extremely stable. But as soon as you accelerate forward, the top hull separates from the water, and the lower hull is what you have in the water, and that's obviously a much reduced surface area. The slightly rounded bottom under the nose, it helps to split the water when you touch down, and also when you're accelerating forward, it directs the water out towards the rails and to the back of the board, which makes it a lot easier to accelerate forward and to disconnect from the water as the foil takes off. The 32 centimeter tracks give you a large range to trim for your weight and for your personal preference. The deck on the downwind boards is a slight concave. This allows your foot to sort of find the center position quite easily. And if you're standing sort of offset, especially on like the thinner boards like the 7.0, you actually have something to curl your toes over, especially on your back foot when you're on the toe side rail, when you're in a displaced stance. It really helps you find those positions and lock in and help you sort of pump hard to get up onto the foil. The pad itself is a croc skin embossed pad. This is quite nice because it doesn't sort of stick to your feet so much like when you're standing up, when you run your foot across it, so you don't tend to have that sort of pad rash on the bottom of your foot when you sort of stand up quickly. But when it gets wet, it gets extremely grippy, so it gives you a really nice hold and control over the board. The concave runs all the way through the tail, so any water that gets on top of the board will just flow out through the back and not pool in the middle of the concave. All our boards feature an automatic Gore-Tex valve, so when you're traveling or leaving the board in your car, you don't have to worry about the board inflating and delaminating on you. That's our range of Downwind Supfoil boards. Just to recap, they come in 7.0, 7.6, 8.4, and 8.8 at the moment. My personal favorites are the 7.0 for flat water paddle ups, and I love the 8.8 for great big long distance downwinding because it's super easy for my weight to stay on the board and to catch almost every wave no matter what the size. All right, so see you on the water. Rock on.